We've seen a lot of sunshine today, but it has not felt like a November day with temps climbing back into the 80s. November is a big month with a big temperature swing, typically. Let's check in with Fox 23 certified meteorologist Mike Grogan and a look at November in detail.
Yeah, it has big swings. It can bring a little bit of everything. Case in point, the past week. On Wednesday morning of the start of the month, a record low was set 23 degrees. Today's high, 84. Balmy weather, just 2 degrees shy of a record set back in 2005. That's an over 60-degree temperature spread in a matter of 6 days. Well, November's and temperature-wise can be very, very different depending on what part of the month you're looking at. It can vary day to day, of course, as we know, but temperature-wise, it has a big swing in the average readings. That's because we're quickly losing that daylight and tumbling down to cooler readings as we go towards the end of the month. We start off with an average high of 67. We end the month at 56, and that morning low drops all the way to near freezing for an average temperature there on November the 30th. But of course, the averages are just what lies in between the hottest and the coldest, the hottest being almost 90. That was set back in 1909. Our average first freeze date tends to come at the beginning of the month, though we did beat that out at the very end of October. But the coldest temperature, a bone-chilling 10 degrees, set in 1976 towards the end of November. It's a month, though, that brings us less precipitation overall. As we get cooler, we see a little less rainfall. 2 2/3 inch of rain is what is common in November, though we can see as much as 8 inches is what we had in 1931. It can almost be a bone dry month as well, as it was the case in 1910. But snowfall, it's back, at least in terms of averages. We are starting to see that average the first month for it here with 0.8 inches. But of course, only about 1 in 4 Novembers actually bring us measurable snow. But we had a very snowy year at the end of 2006. You might remember that. The one thing you can count on, a loss of daylight. We have seen a big change already in our sunset times, going from 6:28 at the beginning of the month to 5:09, our earliest sunset time in Tulsa. But that's with the loss of daylight saving time. But altogether, our daylight loss is 47 minutes. That's the one thing we can guarantee will happen despite all the changes in weather that is set to come for the rest of our month. Back to you.